It's early, but visitors are going to be fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll start tonight with a rush that just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. The back's got it. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
It's 3rd and 6, a challenging spot here on the opening drive. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's running out of time. That's a safety for the defense.
That's how you get a game started by this defense. What a way to score here early. We'll just have to see if these 2 points make much of a difference if this game ends up coming down to the wire.
Kickoff team out there to boot it away after giving up the safety. And that sets up a return. Goes out of bounds at the 32. That's a decent return. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They're going to run it. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. And remember, the last time these teams met, it came right down to the wire.
Well, Chris, there's so many great rivalry games that we all look forward to every single year. But with these 2 teams, it just always seems to be a tight matchup.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up 4th down. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. The quarterback making some changes at the line. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Syracuse lines up quickly. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Just trucks the man. He shreds the tackle. Now moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful to let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then pops a big one. Right now, he looks like he's starting to gain some confidence here early in this game.
This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Well, Kirk, you played in rivalry games. No shortage of inspiration, but how do you manage the emotion of it all?
Well, I think you need great leadership from the team. Sometimes teams don't handle the emotions of it, and the game can get sideways on you. The teams that play the best in rivalry games are the teams that have the best leaders to keep them focused on the task at hand.
Can they convert on third down to keep this drive rolling?
Let's go.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. A short completion to the tight end. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs. Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. But a fourth quarter really starts to wear you out.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Play action fake. Looking to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Try and muscle for the first down. Will he score here? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display. That's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Return starts from inside the 5. Steps out of bounds at the 19. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. Remember, the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Moves his way for a first down to the 35. The Mountaineers come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. First down, looking to throw the ball. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure. It's allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
First down, looking to throw the football. He bought some time, now lets it go. Goes to his right side there for the completion. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, West Virginia.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
And they tack on the extra point. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? And they'll use the ground game here. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Gets into space at the 50. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line. It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. Looking for a gap. It's Hart. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there. The offense going with the hurry up. They'll run it from the gun. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. Third down and goal. Crucial play coming up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw on third and goal. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And it's good right down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. The returner is brought down. Gets a starter on the next drive. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Looking for some space. It's Marshall. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5. And the Mountaineers looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Takes the handoff again. Fights off a defender. Brought down after a solid run by the senior. So it's a 1st down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Motion now from the tight end. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the...
Folks, it is time now for our game of the week, and we can't wait. Tremendous anticipation all across the college football landscape for this matchup. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on the 8th-ranked team, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Mountaineers will kick it away to start us off. This one will be fair caught. First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
29 Philly, 2-9.
Handoff in a single back formation. They'll tackle him right at the 31. Syracuse lines up quickly. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Here comes a handoff. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10.
Belly stutter. Timber.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Well, Chris, if you go back to yesterday, remember the offensive coordinator, he seemed to be very confident in the script that he put together. Now we can see why. Controlling the line of scrimmage, allowing his back to have room to run, and when he can run the football like that, get ready for the play action and deep shots downfield.
He'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
2nd down after that previous play. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the 1st down. Well, Kirk, no surprise. You get these two teams on the field, and it's tight and competitive right to the finish.
Well, Chris, the last time these two teams met, remember, it came down to the wire, the very final few minutes. Sure hope we get another one like that today.
On the set.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now.
Here we go.
Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it.
Roll it, roll it. Flip it. Razor, razor.
Here we go on 4th down. Runs through the defender. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start.
Lion. Out.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. They'll run it here. Watch the spin move. That run moves the ball across the 35.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? He's going to hand this off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills in summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
We go with a direct snap. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, third down, why not hand it to your running back? He's one of the more gifted athletes on your team. You give him a chance, he's going to give you the yards that he needs, and that is a first down.
And the Mountaineers will line up on 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Tailback takes the handoff again. Finds room at the 30. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And Kirk, how important is that to get off to a positive start, to draw first blood in a rivalry game like this?
Well, Chris, as you know, in a rivalry game, there's so much emotion. So to be able to put a touchdown on the board first just sets the tone for a big day.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. A handoff from the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. That picks up a first down. We'll spot it at the 39. Syracuse lines up quickly. And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. They'll change the pre-snap look now. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. Tackle made at the 41. That's 1st down yardage. This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. An inside give now from the shotgun. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. Can they keep this drive going, trying to convert on third down now? They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Stout defense. They stuff him from this angle. I don't think he got the first down. They're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And the single back takes the handoff. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back, and he lofts it deep over the middle. And the downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. The Mountaineers will crank up the tempo. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down. And the Mountaineers with 1st and 10 here. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Hands off to the left. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Third down coming up after that running play. Direct snap to the back. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He'll hand it off. Gets some space around the 30. He'll earn the 1st down, but pay for it with a hard hit. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. They'll hand it off. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. The Mountaineers are in the red zone now. Handoff heading left. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. 1st down and 10. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Single back, takes the handoff. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Offense tops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there. And the Mountaineers looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that 1st down marker. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So they elect to send out the field goal unit, trying to add 3 points to their total before the end of the half. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And they add to their lead. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settled in for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the 1st half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job.
Trying an onside to start the 3rd with the lead? It's, I guess, a bold strategy. Now we'll see if it comes back to bite them.
And the West Virginia offense is back out on the field. First play of the 2nd half is a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the 1st half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Under pressure, just lets it go. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And momentum really building now. Kirk, this one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. Man, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
And the extra point was up and good. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Receiver makes the catch. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Syracuse lines up quickly. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Has the first, still on the move. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick completion to the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Orangeman. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
And that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
Coach makes the decision to go for a two-point conversion. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. The two-point try is successful. Down to a single-digit lead now. 9-point game. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the West Virginia offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? The DB is backing off from the line now. Handoff to the single back. Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football. Second down after that run on the previous play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Ball handed off. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
After the PAT, the lead is now 16 points. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. So the Syracuse offense has back out onto the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Fires this one deep middle. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Syracuse lines up quickly.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Caught quickly. Spins away from defenders. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Oh, the pass is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. He's at the 50, and he steps out of bounds after the great pick. A solid return to set up his offense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
That is a great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense. And it pays off for a touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
First down here for this offense. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
A huge hit by the linebacker, a collision of big bodies there. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Lofting it toward the left sideline. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's 3rd down.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And moves the ball to the 35, and another first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Comes up with the catch. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looking to throw again. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Syracuse has moved into the red zone. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Syracuse lines up quickly. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1. Solid gain puts him in good position for second down and goal. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. Second down and goal.
Here we go.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. He'll look to throw it here on second down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line. They need a touchdown here. Down big in the fourth quarter. Third and goal. Here's the snap. And he's looking to throw. Oh, and he dropped it. He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness.
Boy, that is a tough one not to hang on to on third down and goal, but a good job by the defense to get there and knock it loose.
Remember, a field goal here doesn't do much. So on fourth and goal, they're going for the touchdown. That's a design quarterback keeper. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Well, we've watched this guy all year, and we know that he is a threat when they get down inside that 5-yard line. It's fourth down and goal. The defense just did not anticipate that this guy's legs could hurt them, and they did for a touchdown.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? They give it to the receiver on a jet sweep. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Man, the biggest thing when you run the jet sweep, you cannot afford penetration. Here the defense does a nice job almost anticipating the jet sweep is coming, and they make this offense pay for that with a significant loss.
And he lofts one deep over the middle. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down. The Mountaineers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Snags the quick throw. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. Fourth down and 2 coming up to try to keep the drive going. Gives it to the back. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. He's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it here. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Second down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his third touchdown today against this defense. Whether they play zone or they play man, he's finding ways to win matchups and get the ball to the end zone.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. First down, looking to throw the football. Catch made on the right side. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down. The tackle made by the sophomore quarterback, showing us the arm strength. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Syracuse lines up quickly. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Caught over the middle. It's Hart. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. The offense with 5 receivers now. Empty backfield. Looking to chuck it again. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Orangeman. This air attack is still unstoppable. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. A tight end is a matchup nightmare for this defense, Kirk, and they made him pay that time.
This tight end is so dangerous, and he's trying to remind his quarterback, hey, guys, don't forget about me. Receivers are getting most of the attention from this secondary, but I bet now they're going to be a lot more focused on what this guy can do.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Defense not pressing this time. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. And the beatdown continues.
Boy, what a job by the offense.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. They're set now to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. I believe they're going to line up here to go for the onside kick. It looks like the hands team are able to recover the football.
They couldn't come up with it.
Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. Pulls it in. It's Hart. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. Now they'll empty the backfield on this 2-point conversion. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And he makes it in. The two-point conversion inching the score a little bit closer now. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. Defense looking to bring heavy pressure here. Fires it to the wideout. And that one's picked off. What a play. It goes out quickly, but comes up with a nice interception. Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. Quarterback making some changes at the line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. And it's good for a first down to the 36. Syracuse lines up quickly. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Oh, it's snapped to the back. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And the route is on. Kirk, you don't have to be that creative, do you? The running back simply cannot be stopped. It's another touchdown for him.
Chris, he's scoring all these touchdowns, but it's really as much about the offensive line as it is anything. How about the holes that he's running through right now to give him a chance to get out into space to show you what he can do as a back? But he'll be the first one to tell you, I'm sure, after the game, the job this offensive line did.
I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Finally brought down, but it's an explosive gain. Ball all the way to the 21. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. That's caught. It's lost. Really solid 1st down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Pass caught. Can he get in? The defense makes the stop at the 3. Syracuse lines up now 1st and goal. And he drops back in the gun. He's got it right near the end zone. 2nd and goal for the offense.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the...
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Orangeman.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown. He shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And the quarterback dropping back. Back to the end zone. They say he did not get his foot down. Incomplete. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. The offense now has great field position to start the drive. First down, looking to throw the football. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And this one is getting ugly.
No, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point try is successful, and they build the lead even further.
Oh, how about this call? They completely spread the defense out with this empty set. 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off, and they still get it done. Great timing by the quarterback and his receiver.
Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival. Get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean, this is a game you anticipate, you look forward to the entire offseason. You're thinking about it, and now you get a big win against